usually get up at 5, but I have found that I don't have enough time to edit these videos. It's very time consuming vlogging every day. There's a dog approaching. Ah! Good morning, Baron. So, I have set my alarm for 4 o'clock in the morning. It is now 4:20. I slept in for a few minutes. I'm going to edit. First I'm reading your comments from overnight on vlog day 3. I wanted to show you guys in my Louis Vuitton medium size planner, the MM, that I have this section that's tagged, like bookmarked with the Happy Mail. I can't think because it's 4 in the morning. What's that called? A paper clip. And it's an online order tracker. And if you order a lot online, this has helped me so much. I can't tell you where to get these because when I bought this agenda Preloved, the girl that sent it to me included some inserts, and this was some of it. I'm sure you can find something like this on Etsy, or you could just make it yourself. But this has all my orders, and here it gives tracking number, but I don't do that. I just put the date that it's expected to arrive, and then when it does arrive, I check it off. And these were all my Black Friday weekend purchases, and that just really helped me keep track. So I know now I have everything except my Aveda face wash, which was back ordered. So I'm still waiting for that one to be shipped.
You know, I like to shop. You know that about me from my channel.
It is 6 o'clock. I just finished editing my video, which turned out to be between 18 and 19 minutes. So it took about an hour and a half to do that. So yes, it looks like I'm going to have to be getting up at 4 in the morning to edit these videos for VLOGMAS. That's okay. I'd much rather get up early and do it in the morning than come home and be tired and then do it and still be filming for that day. So that's all right. I'm gonna go get in the shower now. So before getting in the shower, I hopped onto my YouTube studio to see if there were new comments and approve them. I think I won't mention the person's name. If you're really interested, you can go find it, but I don't want to call them out either because it's a personal topic, but then again, they're putting it out in public, so I don't know. I'll just say there's a person, there have been many people, I mentioned this, that have said that they've lost dogs recently too, and there's one person in particular that seems to be having an especially hard time. So I was just reading what they wrote and responding to that. I'm crying. I have all these shirts hanging up, well not those, but those, and down here I have some pajama bottoms draped across my laundry hamper there, and that's all from the laundry last night. I don't dry my clothes all the way because they shrink, and I also don't like how they feel, so I just dry them a little bit and then I pull them out of the dryer and hang them to finish drying. So I'm going to put those away up here now. Much better. And yes, I do put my clothes in order by color. As you can tell, I have a lot of black and white, basic stuff, and then I do sort of a rainbow from the pinks and reds to the greens and blues and all that. The yellow shirt I'm wearing will go right here. Now to pick out jewels for this. Again, I have all of these. I also have these, which are mostly pendants that I'd put on another necklace. And I have these necklaces. Been a while since I wore this one, so I think I will go with that. And there's the completed look with the turquoise necklace. I chose these earrings. I got them from a street fair in New York City. And those are the bracelets for today. My video finished rendering, so I pulled some screenshots from it. I did. Okay, come on, work. I picked that one, and that one. Which one will I use? Also, I wanted to ask you, in the sections of the vlog where I'm talking to the camera, am I talking too much? Am I like too long-winded? Because when I'm editing, I feel like it just goes on and on. That's the longest part of the video. Part of that on weekdays is because I don't have a whole lot else to fill the video. I get ready in the mornings and then I come home in the evenings and I do pretty much the same thing every day. And I feel like it would get boring for you to see the same thing in every video. But then the talking to the camera is kind of the same thing too. And is that getting boring? Just let me know what you think about how it's going so far for Vlogmas. I just realized I have my glasses on. Also, I wanted to mention, in yesterday's video, I talked a little bit about how my face has been red. The reason I brought that up is because I've had many people, it doesn't happen very often anymore, but it used to. I've had many people bring that up, and I got a comment recently about it. Somebody who's never commented on my channel before said, "Why is your face so red?" Which is just so rude. That's one of the things I deleted. And that was because if that's the first comment you leave and that's the only thing you comment on, then you're definitely focusing on the wrong things in the video. And to me, that seems like you're just being a jerk, commenting on some problem you perceive with someone's looks, rather than the actual content of the video. So that's why I addressed it a little bit. I'm sure my face is red right now. We keep the apartment cold at night and it's red from that. And then I get into a hot shower, it's red from that. And then I go to school and it's absolutely freezing in my classroom and it's red from that. And then I come back home and it's hot outside, so it's red from that. So it's like always red, and it's because of the temperatures. I've had people say, you should go to a doctor and get that fixed. I have been to a doctor about it. It's not a medical condition, it's just a sensitivity to temperature, that is it. So now we've talked about it and we can move on. Someone is knocking on my door. Let's see who it is. Baron! Hi Bear, how are ya? Excited. Goodness. Oh, and here's Roxy. Ooh, the boyfriend just got an invitation to Switzerland for chocolate. He's gonna like that. Hi, Roxy. Oh yes, more belly rubs. More belly rubs. I'm gonna make breakfast and lunch now, okay, Roxy? For me. You'll get yours when the boyfriend feeds you, okay? Boy, these shells are harder than I'm used to. At least that one was. That's better. The boyfriend is already awake, so I can go ahead and talk to you some. I put a little milk in the eggs to make them a little more fluffy. It's 7:43. It's almost time for me to leave. I try to leave by 7:50 or 8 at the very latest. So I've got to cook some eggs real quick and then get my lunch together. I think you saw in vlog day 1, Vlogmas day 1, that I made a sandwich out of the chicken salad for lunch, but that was really heavy. I don't eat a lot of sandwiches and bread, so I got some arugula instead. And I'll take that arugula and I'll put some chicken salad on the side. I don't want to put them in together because it'll make the salad soggy. There's my arugula, my chicken salad, and applesauce for lunch. And then I have all this Mediterranean stuff that I'm gonna have on the side. These are one of our favorite things, are these red peppers. Most of them that we get at our deli at the grocery store are green, but we like the red ones because the green ones are much hotter than the red. So I've been told by the boyfriend. I've never tried a green one myself, actually, but I believe him. And they're so big that I take them and cut them in half. And you can see they're stuffed with, I don't know if that's prosciutto, I'm guessing some kind of meat, and a cheese. They're really delicious. We go to a Kroger that has a Murray's Deli inside, and that's where we get these. Kalamata olives, some red peppers. These are more, not really sweet, but they're not nearly as spicy as the other red pepper. They're delicious. They have a little bit of sweetness to them. And these beans are fabulous. They're in an oil. I wish they weren't in an oil, but they have little red and green things. I don't even know what that is. Get a couple of those beans. And that really helps with the pepper too. Actually, that pepper was so big, I'm gonna get a few more beans because they really do help to cut the heat on the pepper. Sorry if Vincent is bothering any of you. I know she sometimes makes noise and I try to catch it and speak a second time so that that doesn't end up in the video. I can edit those loud noises out, but I don't always catch them. The applesauce will help with the peppers too. I'll have that last. That'll be my dessert. And that's lunch. Let's do breakfast. Okay, it feels like the pan is hot. Good morning, Vincent. Oh, it's time for me to leave. I'm gonna have to take the eggs with me. Never had to take eggs before. And I'm out of oranges, so I don't have any fruit to take. Add just a little bit of salt and some pepper. And that's breakfast. Wow, Vincent said. She's impressed. And there's Roxy waiting for her breakfast. The boyfriend feeds the dogs after I leave for work so that they're not eating at 4 in the morning. Hi, Roxy. You'll get your breakfast soon. Bag I got from Bloomingdale's last Christmas. I ordered it online, so we don't have a Bloomingdale's in Houston, but I use it as my lunch bag. It's a cute little thing, and it has, I loved it because it has this little dog on it. And it's the New York Bloomingdale's, their elevator, and I used to go there. I don't think I ever bought anything at Bloomingdale's in New York when I lived there, but I went in from time to time. It's kind of hard to close that with one hand. Okay, now I just have to sit on top like that. Hi, Roxy. Hi, Baron. Are you gonna follow me? You want my food, don't you? I know. I'm sorry. You'll get yours soon. I promise. It is time for me to leave, and I still haven't packed my computer in here. I'm still carrying my wine bag from the winery. Bye, guys. I'm leaving for work. I have to go. I have to go to work. I'm so sorry. I wish I could stay here with you, but then I couldn't afford the dog food. Bye, Vincent. I love you. Did y'all hear that? She said, I love you. I love you. Bye. I guess I better change my shoes before I leave. It says it's 8:08. I should have left at least 10 minutes ago. I'm gonna have to start getting up at 3 in the morning. So I'm going into Walgreens to review things. And actually coming over to this section, believe it or not. You guys, that was an adventure. I do not know what I'm doing when it comes to this makeup stuff. So I have this powder that I've had forever that I use when I film, when I do my sit-down videos, so that it takes the shine off, because the camera, the lighting makes you really shiny. And obviously I need a new one. So I brought it to the store here, and it took forever just to find powders. And then to try to compare the colors, I just don't know what I'm doing. So many of them look exactly the same. So I got this one that kind of looks similar, and now on camera it looks really different, but in person it looks kind of similar. I just don't know. I don't know how to pick this up. Why do you have to? I guess that's why people go to the malls and stuff where you can try the stuff on. Can't do that at Walgreens, but I don't want to go try on makeup. And then I also have this little concealer stick, also many years old, and I got this one to replace it. So we'll see. They're so expensive. I mean, a lot of you buy much more expensive makeup than this, but this is like $11 and this was another $10. Oh, I'm not into makeup, so I don't like spending money on it. And to me, that's expensive, especially for something I don't really want, but I feel like I kind of need for YouTube. And then I don't know what I'm doing, so I feel like I'm gonna waste money if I don't get the right thing. Oh, I'm right in the Burt's Bees section here. I wanted to show you, since we're talking about makeup and stuff, because what I do is use the little concealer stick for blemishes and then put the powder on for the shine. This stuff I use for blemishes too, and it works great. You just spot treat and it dries it out, but it's worked really well for me. Okay, let's go see what else we can find here. Look what I found, guys. Bluebell. The Christmas aisle. Oh, I think I found the boyfriend section. Chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. Okay, I know this probably won't be exciting for you guys, but our elevator, look, it's been broken for the last couple months, and we just got an email today that it's fixed. I've had to walk like 150 miles to get to the car because this elevator was out. And now I don't have to do that anymore. It's all blurry, it won't focus. It's very exciting. We've had to go up and down way too many stairs to take the dogs out. And did I mention we walked 3,000 miles to get to the car? Hi kids! I'm home! And I took the elevator, can you believe it? Roxy has followed me into my room. So that's all I got at Walgreens were those two items, this compact by Milani, and then this CoverGirl concealer stick. So here I'm in my room with my studio lights and everything. Here's the before and here's the after. What do you think? Better, the same, different, worse? I don't know. This powder is definitely different from the one that I was using before, which is by CoverGirl, but again, that was really old. I don't know. This is much lighter than the other shade, even though it looked like the same shade. How are you supposed to tell? It's really frustrating. The little stick was also much lighter and the texture was totally different. It was more of a liquid texture, kind of. I'm not happy with it, but I don't know if that's just because it's new and different. I don't know. What do you guys think? While I'm here, let's do the 12 days of Christmas charities and the end of year reflection question. So the charity for today, Vlogmas Day 5, is animal donations, my favorite thing. So you can volunteer with organizations, you can foster animals, you can adopt animals like I do. I would love to foster, but I can only have 2 animals in the apartment that I'm in. You can also donate things instead of money if you don't want to donate money. Shelters always need blankets, toys, food, beds. A lot of shelters, if you go to their website, they'll have a wish list or a needs list, so you can check there with your local shelter to see specifically what they need. I'm going to tell you a story about experience I had last year with best friends out of Utah. After Harvey hit, they came and set up a shelter here, a huge animal shelter. They had, I want to say, over 500 dogs that they rescued from the streets, and a bunch of cats, and even a bunny. And I volunteered with them on the weekends because I had to work during the week. And they asked for lots of donations of towels so that the dogs had something to cuddle up with. And I was very, very disappointed and upset to find out one day when I went in and we started cleaning the kennels, they were telling us to take the towels and throw them in the trash. They weren't putting them in a bin to take them somewhere and launder them. They were just throwing away these perfectly good towels that could just be washed and reused. I did not understand that at all. I thought it was ridiculous. It made me angry because when you donate something, you expect, especially something like that, you expect it to be used and reused. But I'm hoping that that was just an anomaly, that that was just because of Harvey, and that that's not the normal situation. They were in a temporary facility there. There wasn't a laundry on the facility. Maybe it was just too expensive to launder everything. It seems like Tide or something could come in and launder stuff. I don't know. It seems like an organization that big has connections, has enough money that they could do that instead of throwing away people's donations. And nothing against Best Friends. They're a great organization. I don't want you to like turn against them or something, but I did want to share that story. I also found something called Dollar for Doxies recently. It's a rescue organization, I'll link that below, where you can donate specifically to dachshunds in need. Dachshunds have a lot of back problems and the surgeries can be pretty expensive. Or if you have a dachshund with those problems, you can, and you need some financial assistance with it, you can go to that website and request to be one of the people that receives some donations. The year-end reflection question for today is, what was the best news you received in 2018? For me, that's pretty easy. That was very recent. It was just about a week ago. My sister and her husband earlier this year, back in the spring, started fostering children. They had one kid, 14-year-old boy. They had him for a little while, but then there were some really serious issues with him, and he was pulled from their home to go to a treatment facility because of his issues. So they have had another kid for a few months now, and I'm not going to use any names or anything for privacy reasons, but just this past week, he got permanently placed with them. This whole time they've been going through the fostering process, and they have home visits and fire inspections and applications and interviews and paperwork, all this stuff to officially become foster parents. And all that was finally approved, and this kid was finally, it's another 14-year-old boy, he was officially placed with them, even though he's been with them for a few months. He was officially placed in their home. And it was especially good news because that weekend, it was the weekend of Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving and then the following Monday is when he got placed. Thanksgiving weekend, there were a lot of problems with the kid, and they were things that were not at all his fault. A situation that he was placed in that it was out of control of my sister and her husband. They knew that it was going to be a bad situation for the kid, but the people, I don't know, CPS or whoever it is that made those decisions, put him in this situation. And I know this is sounding like weird because you don't know what I'm talking about, but he was put in this situation that was not good for him. It turned out to be much, much worse for him than anybody expected. And it had some pretty serious consequences for his emotional reactions and his behavior that weekend. And it put in jeopardy the official placement. They weren't sure that that was even going to happen, but it did go through. It was a few hours later than they expected, but it went through the same day. So we're all very happy about that. I've gotten to meet him once. He's an awesome kid. He seems really happy with them, and they seem really happy with him, and we're hoping that will lead to an adoption when they get to the point that they're able to do that. And they live in another town 8 hours or so, I want to say, from here, 5 hours, something like that. And they're going to come in after Christmas, and we're going to get the whole extended family together so everybody can meet him and he can hopefully feel included and like he's starting to become part of the family. So what was the best news that you received this year? Put that in the comment section below. Also, if you have an experience fostering or adopting a kid, I'd love to hear that story below, and I can send my sister over to read your stories, especially in Texas with the systems here, because I'm sure each state, even different cities and counties, have different rules. So we'd be very interested to hear any of your stories, and I'm sure other people would too. I know I haven't been giving Vincent enough airtime. Hi, Vincent. It's pretty late. It's about time for us to go to bed, especially since I'm going to get up at 3:30 tomorrow to edit. Hi. Hi, pretty bird. Yes, I will scratch your head.
In the first part of this memo. The first one is the criminal investigation that
Hi. Are you ready to go outside? Ready? You ready to go outside? Come on. Come here, Baron. Let's get hooked up. Come here, Roxy. Okay. Are we ready? Okay, come on. All right. Y'all remember the elevator? Here we go. Okay, everybody. They tried to take the stairs. I had to remind them that the elevator's working. Like this, I set up leash cam. I've got the little camera tripod wrapped around my wrist. Pretty clever, aren't I? Good girl, good boy. Good. I think it's time. We got these chocolate covered cherries at Thanksgiving. Still working on those. But I think it's time for some Williams-Sonoma peppermint bark. Got a little knife to open this up. I've been waiting to open this for December because I only got the 110 this year. Trying to save a little bit of money, but can't not get peppermint bark from Williams-Sonoma. Alright. Famous peppermint bark, it's amazing. I shouldn't tell the boyfriend I've opened it, but I'm gonna be nice and give him a piece. Hopefully he won't eat it all. I like to savor this, so I just break up a small piece. That's a little bigger than I want, actually. Ooh. There, I'll take this smaller one and that little one, and he can have the one that's a little bigger that I broke off. Now that is the way to end the evening.